Good morning, students. Can we start? Yes.
Good morning, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Can we start? Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Right. Good. Okay.
Recording in
We have
progress.
just completed this one, inequalities and number lines, right? So we have finished that one. Today we are going to start another new concept, right? So this is very important for your calculations. If you are unable to understand, please talk to me. Okay, that is very important, right? Yes, with that note, I will move to the new topic, right? So today we are going to discuss about the Cartesian plane. So this is very, very important. I mean, this is very important for the subjects because this one is associated with calculations. You should understand the basic concept, and of course, you should understand its critical points. Okay, then only you can apply this one very clearly. So that is very, very important. So I will be moving slowly. Last time you commanded me to teach slowly, so I will do that. But after a few classes, I will expedite the process because I need to finish many units, right? So it's very important. So I expect your support to finish this one perfectly, right? Before moving into this, I will just talk about this one. I've already studied inequalities. So what do you mean by that? Abhishan, are you available?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Good morning. So what do you mean by an inequality?
Inequality, the state of not being equal.
Yeah. Good. Yes. So if you take one value, say example, if you take one variable, right? So that one is equal to 2, we can say. But if you consider inequality, it is not equal, right? So we can say greater than this one or less than this one, something like that we can tell, right? So that is the inequality. So we will apply that concept here because that inequality concept, again, the number line concept, both will come into this, right? So you have to be very careful, right? Manashi, what do you mean by independent variable? We have already discussed this.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
What is that?
Independent variables are the variables that we can control or the variables that we can set. Those are the variables that are set on the x-axis.
Yeah. Good. Very good. Right. You see. So this one is, it's important because we are going to make a link just to discuss all these systematically, right? So you see this Cartesian plane is nothing but is having two axes. So one is, we say this one vertical one, other one is horizontal one, right? So these two intersect, right? At a point, then we say this part is, how do we call this? This is called origin. How do we call it? This is called origin. So it is having coordinates. I will teach you that one later, right? Coordinates 0, 0. It means we have got a point there. It is having coordinates 0, 0. So I will explain that one, right? So then you will be having 4 different segments. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? This is the basic thing. So we are going to see this. So this Cartesian plane is having 2 axes. One is called y-axis, other one is x-axis. So this one is having an origin. Based on that particular point, we are having 4 quadrates, right? We can say. So one is this one. This one is with positive. This one is with, again, positive. This one is with negative positive. This one is also negative positive. So we will see that, right? So this is of course called Cartesian plane. You understood? Yes or no? Shamina, yes?
Yes, sir.
Good. With that note, right? So don't worry, I will give you enough examples to understand this one. You should have studied this one already, right? I'm going to explain this one now because this is important for your calculation. So you have to be very careful with these technical concepts, right? The Cartesian plane is defined by 2 perpendicular number lines. So we have already discussed, therefore we have studied number lines, What is that? A Cartesian plane is defined by two perpendicular number lines. One is, we say, x-axis, other is y-axis, right? You see, this one is the x-axis, this one is the y-axis, right? These two axes intersect each other, right? At a point that is called origin. How do we call it? That is called origin. Origin is having coordinates 0, 0. So I will explain that one. Don't worry about that, right? Using these axes, we can describe any point in the plane using an ordered pair of numbers, right? So I'm introducing another term here that is called ordered pair, right? So I will explain. So you just get that word now, right? So I will explain. The Cartesian plane extends infinitely in all directions. So there is no barrier for this. So you can extend this axis, okay, until plus infinity, right? So you can do the same, minus infinity, again plus infinity, minus infinity. So it is, of course, having no barriers, right? To show this, math textbooks usually put arrows at the end of the axis in their drawings. You see, arrows. So that is the reason, okay, why we have put this arrow. Because it is having no limits, right? So we are going to have this one for our calculations. So we will have different arrangements, we will have different scenarios, but this concept is very important. You understood? Please make a note on this. Purni, finished?
Yes, sir.
Right. Purni, what do you mean by Cartesian plane?
It is a perpendicular number line.
Yeah.
With x-axis which is horizontal and a y-axis which is vertical.
Okay, good. Right. This is Cartesian plane. Nice, thanks. Viharna. Am I right? Vihara, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. How can you link, right, x-axis values to y-axis values? How do we do that? You got the question? No, before that, I can ask you a simple question. What do you mean by origin?
0 point.
Yeah, right, good. So here we just get this value, okay, that is origin. Okay, good. Shamina, finished? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Right, good. Abhishan, finished?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Right, okay. So we will go to this one. So I have introduced that term. So we are going to discuss about ordered pair, right? Sorry. So this ordered pair is very, very important. So we will see this, right? The location of a point in the Cartesian plane is given by its coordinates or ordered pair. So how do we? So this is the plane, okay, one segment of the Cartesian plane. So we can locate points here, right? So you can identify one point here, another point here, another point somewhere here. It depends. So we have to locate it. Just to locate, we are having two values. One is for x-axis, other one is for y-axis. You should have studied this one before, right? I'm just refreshing because we are going to discuss many things using this, right? Concept. So here, what I want to say is that if you consider this particular point, it is having two values. say example 12, 5. It means, right? So when you are having this scenario, this arrangement, I can say, so first value placed, okay, to x-axis. What is that? Say example, you have this arrangement, I'm saying 12, 5. The first value placed here is 12. It belongs to x-axis. You got the point? The second value placed here is 5. It belongs to y-axis. It means this point is located, okay, at the x-axis value 12 and the y-axis value 5. You got the point? So this is called ordered pair, or how do we call it? Coordinate of that particular point. So one point is having two coordinates, right? One is x-axis coordinate, other one is y-axis coordinate. Again, you can, what do we call it? That is an ordered pair, right? So it is having same value. So both are same. We can say coordinates or we can say ordered. So it is even for us to understand the basic concept which is behind this. So I have put the example here. You take this pair, right? The first value is belonging to x-axis. The second one is belonging to the y-axis. So we put them together, then we say, okay, that point is having a coordinate, right? So we can simply understand. Then we can do number of calculations. So this is very important. You understood or not? Please make a note. Ubudini, finished?
Yes, sir.
Yes, what do you mean by an ordered pair?
Two numbers,
Yes.
certain orders.
Sorry?
X-axis and X mean horizontal.
Yeah.
Y-axis as vertical.
Yeah.
Mm,
So we can mark that point, right? Using such values. Got it?
yes, sir.
Yes, good. Prabodha, how can you mark this point? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, how can you mark this one?
X-axis is first.
Yes.
Y-axis is second.
Yeah.
12
Yes. Yes, yes.
from
Oh.
X-axis.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
5 from Y-axis.
Yeah, yeah, good, right? So we can put this value, then we can put this value, we can simply understand, right? Good. Abhishan, finished? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Right. We will go to the next one, right? So I'm going to discuss. So this is a typical system. So we are going to discuss, right? So it's a bit complex, but you have to be very careful to understand this one, right? The numeric values in an ordered pair can be integers. We have already discussed. So you all know integers. You all know fractions. We have discussed, right? So we can have value, but the thing is that it depends, right? If we change the position of the elements in the ordered pair, then the ordered pair also get changed. You got the point? So here, what I want to say is that, we are having same values, 6, 4, 4, 6. So here, what we have done, we have put 6 first, 4 is next to 6. Here, the scenario is different. 4 is first, 6 is next to 4, right? So this pair is different from this one. You see, we are having same numbers, 6 and 4, but the placement is different. So here we are having 6 first, again 4 is next to 6. But if you consider this one, 4 is first, 6 is next to 4, right? So the thing is that, because the rule for this, right, this ordered pair, what is that? So we have to put x value first. So that is a rule, right? So here, what is the x value? 6, y value 4. So here you can see 4 is the x value and 6 is the y value. Therefore, this position is changing. Why is that? This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. Because of the change to the ordered pair, don't worry about the values, the ordered pair we can see. Yes, when we change the position, of course, our calculations are different. You got the point? Manasi, you understood?
Yes, sir.
Right, please make a note on this. Tanya, finished? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Right, good. Arnie, finished? Arnie, can you hear me? No? Reggie 003, are you available?
Yes. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah. So, okay, have you finished?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is the difference between these 2 points? We are having same numbers. Why is this changing?
The location of the point changed. So in this, we want to put x in the coordinate first. So here is 6. Then in another point, the x value is 4.
Good. Right. Yes, that is the major point, right? So we have to discuss that. Okay, with that note, I am moving to the next one. Yes, Shamina, the thing is that today we have got only 107 students.
Sir, some, but I don't know about others.
The course, yes?
No, sir.
Altogether, we have got 130, yes? No?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So today, 24 students have sent. Why is that?
I don't know about, sir.
Shamina, the thing is that as the rep of the batch, Please, please get their details because I am recording this one, right?
Okay, sir.
So the thing is that please talk to them, and next time when you meet me or when we have this class, right? So please give me reasons for their absence, right? That is your responsibility because 24, I mean big number, right?
Yes, sir.
They are having certain issues, of course, that is understandable. If not, we have to go for plan B, right? Plan B. So I will explain that one later. So plan A is this, plan B. So we will go for another option. So before that, we will have a chat with them, right?
Okay, sir.
Okay, good. Don't forget, huh?
Okay, sir.
Okay, good. So we will discuss this one. I have already discussed this Cartesian plane. Then I have told you different scenarios related to this. So here I have told you this plane is having 4 segments. These are called quadrants. How do we call it? These are called quadrants, right? So first quadrant is here. Second one is here. Third one is here. Fourth one is here, right? So we can have different scenarios. You can say segment 1, segment 2, segment 3, segment 4. But they are maintaining a system just to label this. So quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. So this is of course counterclockwise direction, right? So if you consider quadrant 1, I can tell you this one is having positive value, this one is having positive value. So your coordinates will be having plus, yes or no? If you move to quadrant 2, your coordinates will be having minus plus. If you are moving to quadrant number 3, you will be having minus. If you are moving to quadrant number 4, your coordinates will be having plus minus. Yes or no? So this is the typical scenario of different quadrants. You understood? Abhishan, you got the point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please make a note on this. Because this understanding is important for us to develop functions for solving different problems. So we have to be careful with these concepts, right? Shamina, finished?
Yes, sir.
Right, good. Mayuri, finished? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Mayuri, how can you differentiate quadrant 1 from quadrant 2?
Quadrant 1, both x
Can you hear
and
me?
y
Yes.
coordinate positive. Quadrant
Sorry, sir.
2,
Yes.
the exact x coordinate is negative, but the y coordinate is positive.
Yes, good. Right. Thanks. Janani, how can you differentiate quadrant 4 from quadrant 3?
Quadrant 5,
5 or 4?
4, quadrant 4, x-axis is positive and y-axis negative.
Yes.
Quadrant 3, x-axis negative and y-axis negative.
Yes, good. Thanks. So this is how we differentiate different quadrants. So this is important because when we are developing functions, you should apply these concepts, right? We'll see this. Right? I mean, tell me, say example, yes, we will say, right? 3, 2. How can you say this? What is this quadrant? Positive, positive. What is that?
Quadrant
Quadrant 1. Good. Minus 5, 5. What is that? Yes, good. 5 minus 5. What is that?
Quadrant 4.
Excellent, right? So you can simply understand these concepts, right? Then we will move to this. You see, this is the answer. 3, 2 minus 5, 5. Okay? So we can have different points. So then you can simply understand. Okay? Clear? Right. With that note, I will move to the next one. So we have already discussed this, right? So this part is important. Okay, I have told you we have this cutting point, right? Of course, where we have these two axes cross each other, right? So they cross each other. So the thing is that when you start one line from this one, so we will have one equation. So we will see that. So the thing is that I would like to introduce another concept here. So we are trying to develop an equation just to indicate the relationship between x and y. You got the point? Sometimes we will be having straight line starting from the origin. It can go. Okay. Sometimes we will touch one line, you know, starting from this one. Okay. Then of course we will have one curve. It may be having upper portion. We will have another curve. We will have another curve, something like this. So we will have different scenarios. All these scenarios are associated with Cartesian products. You got the point? So the thing is that we will talk about coordinates, then we will develop equations just to analyze all such lines that we consider. Then of course we will have some mathematical arrangements just to understand certain outcomes. Okay? So you will have plant growth. Okay? You are growing a plant. It will grow, right? Starting from first day until 30th day, you will measure the height. Okay? Then your time is an independent variable. Okay? Your plant height is an effective dependent variable. Right? So when you change, when you change the time, the height will change. But you have got no control over the time. Therefore, we place it here. Then we will develop a line. Then we will develop a mathematical relationship. That is the function. What is that? That is the function. You understood? Please make a note on this. Lakshika, finished? Yes. Sachini, Lakshika, are you available? Not available?
Yeah, I'm here, sir.
Yeah. Sachini, what do you mean by this origin? How can you explain that one?
X-axis and Y-axis.
So this origin is having 0 value, right? You got the point? Yes. Then how can you make the relationship between X and Y? Sorry?
All position in a certain plane, Cartesian plane are related to a central point called.
Yeah. Yes. So that is the principle, right? So what we can do is that we will take this one as a reference. Then we will do all of our mathematical manipulations just to understand different scenarios, right? So we will work with row, then we will identify 1, we will identify 2, we will identify 4. Okay, I mean different points on x-axis and again on y-axis. So we will use that concept. You got the point? So you see. So we will see this. So this is a bit tricky, right? So if x, y, we are having one coordinate, right? You got the point? So it is of course -1, 4. What is that? -1, 4. Then you can simply understand, right? You can simply understand x coordinate and y coordinate. Yes or no? Manashi, what is x coordinate?
-1.
Yes. Y coordinate?
4.
Yes. Then how can you find the answer for this? So you know the x value, you know the y value, you just substitute that one here. So 3 into -1, what's that? -3, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
4 into 2, 8. 8 minus 3, 5. 5 minus 4, 1. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You understood? So this is how we develop equations, right? So you have already studied this. We are going to apply this one. So this is very simple. Then you can simply have a look at it. You see, we know x coordinate. So please write it down because it's good for you to have a good reference, right? AG 020 finished? Yes.
No, sir.
Okay, right. Makeshika, finished? Makeshika, are you available?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you have finished this one? You understood?
Now finish, sir.
Okay. Yami, 033, finished? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right, good. Erangi, 034, finished?
Yes, sir.
Yes, how can you explain this one? How do we get this answer?
First, we must apply x and y values for the equipment.
Yeah.
Sir, next we must solve this equipment.
Yes. So we will, so that's a good point, right? So we will see that, right? So we will move to the next one with that note, right? So this is a bit complicated. So we are going to see different scenarios, right? So please concentrate more on what I am telling, right? So that is very important. You see, we have got 3 points. You see, I have put 2 points here, right? So see this, I mean, 1 point is here. No, I have put 3 points, right? One is here, one is here. One is in quadrant 4, right? Yes or no? 2 points are in quadrant 1. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Everyone is having, okay, x coordinate same. What is that? 4. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I
sir.
am only changing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you see here y value -2, here y value 2, here y value 6. If you are having same x value with different y values, then you will have a straight line which is parallel to y axis and perpendicular to x axis. You got the point? Yes or no? Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Right, good. So we will see this scenario. Now I'm having one y value, different x values. X values one is in quadrant, I can say 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 5, 3. We say, okay? So we are having different values. So the thing is that, right? So we are having this arrangement. So this one is not changing. You see? So this is our scenario, right? So here, is this correct, Manashi? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? This is 1 or -1? Abhishan?
Minus one.
-1.
Yeah. Yes. So that is important, right? You see, that is -1 because, you know, it is in the quadrant number 2, right? So -1, 3, 2, 3, 5, 3. There are no changes to y value. However, we are changing x values. Yes or no? If you do that activity, you will have a line which is parallel to x-axis and perpendicular to y-axis. If you want to have perpendicular line to y-axis, you should not change y-coordinate. You got the point? Yes or no? If you want to have an axis which is perpendicular to x-axis, you should not change x-coordinate. Yes or no? Understood or not?
Understood, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, which is the typical scenario. We are going to use this one for our analysis. Okay, we will be having parallel lines, we will be having perpendicular lines, we will be having two lines cutting each other. So we should understand the basic concept. Then only we can apply different scenarios, right? So we will apply this one, then we will say, okay, this point is there, then we will have this one, then we will have this point, right? So parallel line, perpendicular line. Then we will have two lines cutting each other. You understood? So that coordinate system should be very, very efficient. You will have another line here. Again, you will have another line here. Sometimes you will have one line originating from the 0, right? Then of course that line will touch this one. If you have different scenarios, of course you will have different platforms. These platforms are on the Cartesian plane, right? Therefore we study this. You got it? Shameen, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please make a note. Vidusha, finished?
No, sir.
Okay. Hansika, finished?
No, sir.
Okay. Amina, finished?
Yes, sir.
Right, good. Manasi?
Yes, sir.
Right. Fakima, you finished?
Yes, sir.
Yes, good. Brahmi 072, finished?
Yes, sir.
Yes, what is the condition for having perpendicular line to x-axis? You got the question?
Yes, sir. X coordinates are equal when straight line is perpendicular to y-axis, parallel to x-axis.
Is it correct? Repeat.
X coordinates when
If you have, I mean, one x coordinate, there is no change, right? So how can you describe this line?
parallel to y-axis, perpendicular to x-axis.
Yes, good. Parallel to y-axis and perpendicular to x-axis, right? Okay, good. Manasi, what is the condition for having a line which is perpendicular to y-axis?
In an ordered transfer, y coordinate should be similar.
Yes.
So we'll get an parallel line to the x-axis and perpendicular line for the y-axis.
Yes, good. Right. So that is the very nice answer, right? So you understood. I'm happy, right? So this is important for us to develop certain scenarios, right? So we will have this arrangement. That's, is it possible for you to mention 5 possible ordered pairs? Okay, with the x minus 2. Where is that? So we can say, take this, right? Minus 2. Is it possible for you to tell 5 ordered pairs? Tamina, yes?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me what.
Minus 2 plus 1.
Yes.
Minus 2 plus 3. Minus 2
Yes.
minus 2.
Yes.
Minus 2 minus 4.
Yes, very good. Right. So you don't change this one, right? You put this value, minus 2, 1. Minus 2, 2. Minus 2, 4. Minus 2, minus 2. Minus 2. So you can take values from quadrant 1, no, quadrant 2 and quadrant 3. Yes or no? You can take values from this one. You can take values from this one. You should not change this one. Then you will have a line. Yes or no? That is the question, right? So we will see this. Okay, it's very nice. So we will see another one, right? Yes, I can tell you this one. What are the coordinates? I mean, x3, y minus 4. You got the point? x3, y minus 4. Where is that? You see, this one, very simple. Okay. So we can see this x3, y minus 4. Yes or no? You will have one line, right? So one line here. Then if you have another line somewhere here, there is a possibility for you to cut them. Yes or no? Manas, you understood?
Yes, sir.
I am saying this one, you are having this line, right? Then if you are having another line here, so these two lines will cut each other. Yes or no? Then you will have a cutting point. So we are going to do that analysis. Yes or no? You see? So the thing is that this is our plane. Okay. So we have studied this one. You can have a number of points. So minus 2, 2, minus 2, 2, minus 2, 6. This one positive y value, positive y value. This one negative y value. Yes or no? Minus 2, minus 2. Then I can say y minus 4. What is the meaning? So we are touching this line, right? x3, we are touching this line. So one is perpendicular to x-axis, other one is perpendicular to y-axis. So if you extend this one further, again if you extend this one further, these two will cut each other. You will have a with an ordered pair. That is 3 minus 4. Yes or no? You got the point?
Yes.
So we are having one line which is parallel to y-axis, we are having one line which is parallel to x-axis. These two are cutting each other because one is parallel to x-axis, other one is parallel to y-axis, right? Then of course we are having a cutting point. It is having an ordered pair. What is that? 3 minus 4. It means, right, x coordinate is 3, y coordinate is minus 4. Yes or no?
Yes.
Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Please make a note. Yes, good. Please make a note. Shamina, finished? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Abhishan?
Sir, can you see the question sheet?
Okay. Good. Yeah. Tungi and finished? 076.
Yes, sir.
Right, good. Prashalini, finished?
No, sir.
Okay. Nihara, finished?
Yes, sir.
Right. Nihara, how can you develop one cutting point for two lines? How can you do that? You got the question? Yes or no? You hear me? No? Nihara 083. Can you hear me? Yes, right. Madhuvanti. Can you hear me? Madhuvanti 086. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Madhuvanti. I mean, how can you develop one cutting point for two lines on a Cartesian plane? You got the question? How can you develop this cutting point for two lines? What is the condition for that? Madhuvanti, you got the question? A difficult to answer? Madhuvanti, are you present or not present? Can you hear me? Okay, we'll see. Right, Manashi, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, could you please tell me the condition?
First, we have to locate where the x value is and then
Yes.
the y value, and we
Yes.
have to draw a line
Yes.
and we have to expand that until we meet that point.
Yeah, good. Right, that is the normal procedure for that, right? Students, please, I'm here to teach, right? I'm here to teach mathematics clearly because this part is important for your future calculations. So please, when I'm talking, right, please talk to me. Otherwise, it is a bit problematic for me. Okay, so we will just discuss all these. Then, of course, we will have certain scenarios, right? So, Shamina, please request your friends to talk if a question comes, right?
Okay, sir.
Right. So that is important. That is for you, not for me, right? So with that note, I will move to this one, right? So we will go to this one. So this is this is very tricky. So this is a new concept. So I will start with this one next time. So that's all okay. So I will stop at this point. So how was it? Was it okay for you to understand? What? How is that?
Good, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everyone is okay. Right,
Understood,
good.
sir.
Right, good. Okay.
Understood.
Right.
Sir, understood.
Right. Okay, thank you very much for your comments. So if you need anything, okay, if you need any change, if you want to change my teaching pattern, you just talk to me. I'm here to help you, right? So you have to be very talkative, you have to be very friendly, you can talk to me anytime, right? Okay, that is enough for the day. So thanks a lot for coming. Have a good day ahead. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Recording stopped.